But the one that I was looking at was the one which changes the... yeah, election frequency. So we could make elections more frequent. Less frequent. Which would increase maximum absolutism, so we'd get up to 60. Court and countries would increase it by another 20. We could actually get up to 80 absolutism as a republic. We also have another merchant available, I've just noticed. We're up to 19. I think I'm going to do that. And we are going to start rooting out this corruption really quite rapidly. Plus we still have the Dutch thing for the next 35 months, so if we were going to do it, we need to do it now. Merchants. I mean, probably another Eastern merchant. Nippon, maybe? Or Beijing. Although Beijing does not transfer the right direction. Beijing is kind of an Ed node. I mean, it does transfer into human, which then goes over land, I believe. Okay, we're going to start selling guns to the Japanese. Hi, Japan! Man, I really want to play some more Shogun. I am so pissed off with that game breaking yesterday. Oh, I was just getting into it, and we were so close to getting like loads and loads of Ashiguru muskets and stuff. Matchlock guns. Would have been great. Would have been great. Are there any more... not buildings. Colonial upgrades that we could be doing? Yes. Short answer. Lots. And number of sailors has gone through the roof. Excellent. Also, we've built a bunch of new ships. So I'm just going to gather you all together and send you off to the Caribbean, where you will gather here. Oh, Portugal joined the war. We are now officially at war with the Portuguese. Interesting. But it's the colonies who are in charge. So Portugal really didn't like the idea of us going after Rio de Prata. That's actually kind of suicidal. Because now you've brought in all of the other colonies, and they are a lot bigger than you are. But we're at war with Portugal. Let's get a new admiral. Tarkus. And it would be lovely if they gave us a pop-up saying, hey, you're at war with a new guy, by the way. Could also do Fall of the Samurai, yeah, I know. About Shogun 2 thing, did you know the gun Ashigurus were more expensive and weaker than the regular matchlock because they were imported? Yeah, I know. But the regular matchlock guys you can't recruit until quite a lot later because you need, I think it was another 12 turns of technologies or something, at which point you can then recruit them in every town. You can pay 1,000 for 50% trade steering in a trade node. I know, I haven't needed it in India though. I believe I've already got it in the places where I needed it, like... Actually, I might not have it in the Ivory Coast. No, we don't actually. We could probably do it with it there. To be investigated. Give +1 to Fall of the Samurai. I really want to do like a regular game more fully and then do Fall of the Samurai. So what I might do is the Gunpowder guys and then Fall of the Samurai afterwards, just to kind of see the conclusion of their westernization of Japan and just kind of play with that in mind. I'm going to grab my other heavies, which are here somewhere. There you are. Send you over this way. And, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, crap. It all went to Gelderland. That's actually really sodding annoying. Friesland is still at war with French Columbia. They did not go easy on French Columbia. And now New Friesland does not have a border here, so they're never going to be able to connect up their territories. Because New Brabant is still in that province. Well, hopefully Friesland can connect up these two. That's the one that I really want. Man, these borders are ugly. I've lost my merchant again. Sorry, Japan. Ah, we have had a passing of a leader. He did make it to 70. Unfortunate passing of Frederick von Oranje forces us to hold a premature election. Both the Statists and the Oranges have put forward a new candidate, so we can get a 9 candidate or a 8. Wow, these are both terrible. I'm going to go with the Statists. How are we looking in terms of the balance? We're 100% Orangist right now. And even with the yearly Republican tradition, we're still at 100. Like, Republican tradition is pointless for this form of government. I think since this reform system, they really need to take another look at the Dutch Republic, because it's not a very good government form. We're going to go towards the Statists. It's also a slightly better one. Assuage their pain. Right, so you guys have arrived. Group, I wanted you to protect trade in the Caribbean. Hey, Requin. Not played Netherlands since Dharma. Did they fix the stuff the Oranges were never of the Von Oranje dynasty? Seems so now. Yes, they are. And Grugi actually specifically messaged me saying, hey Mordred, make sure you do this so people can see that we've changed this. So yeah, Rio is the one that I need to keep an eye on. So long as I blockade Portugal itself, though, I think we'll be fine. And that seems to be happening. We are still in supply range. Marvellous. And I've got the other half of my heavy fleet on their way. What I'd really like to do is steal a province from the Portuguese. I would settle with Porto. Give me Porto. I'm going to go here. I want Porto. What do I find lacking about the Dutch Republic since Dharma? I could have sworn previously there were events which moved the Statists and the Orangists between when they actually died. So there was constant movement between the Statists and the Orangists, and there were events like determining that. Now it's purely based on the elections. So when you have an Orangist in power, nothing ever changes. And there's no movement between them. Like, I quite liked it when the Statists were in power. You could kind of meddle with it. So you could have the Statists in power, then wait for a really good Statist to get into power, and then flip to Orangists, which allows them to stay in. I've had events in the multiplayer. Well, I haven't had any. I had maybe 1 or 2. I mean, part of the reason I suspect might have been because I was on short elections. I'm now on long. I've just changed that. We shall see. But there were very, very few. Also, I seem to have loads of money. Just wanted to point out I'm really rich. Was I done building the stuff here? Dev cost didn't care about. Yes, I was. And then next door, production and goods, trade power and production. Next door, That one, that one, that one. That's all the money spent. Alright. 600 ducats. And my heavy fleet still hasn't arrived. I might actually need to land some armies in Portugal if I want to take their territory. That can certainly be arranged. Let's get the transport fleet. I'm going to pick these two jokers up, seeing as they're just sitting here taking attrition right now. We just beat up the Portuguese fleet on the way past. Whoops! Cost of infantry and cavalry is down. Actually, what is my land force limit nowadays? It's really quite high. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, that's clearly not working as intended. Now it is. New military idea. We are still 8 years ahead of time. Recruitment time reduction. Let's do it. How's the tech penalty doing, and have we started embracing yet? Nope. This patch definitely makes the spread of tech slower later on for the places outside of where it spawns, which is good. And this just kind of highlights the fact I have to go after Malacca sooner rather than later. So that I can grab it and take it for myself. Extended privileges for the Burkers. Burkers gain influence. I absolutely cannot afford that, so they lose everything again. Pisses the Burkers off, which makes everything more expensive. Okay, how are we doing with the stealing of money? I mean, we're still losing a lot to the colonies, especially in Chesapeake. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this fleet and we're going to send you to Chesapeake. And then I think I'm going to build another fleet and send them to Newfoundland. Alright, that was a stock exchange being completed, which means I should be wresting more control of the Ivory Coast. I am, but we could still definitely do with more. Seville is stealing more and more money. I've already got 2 level 3s here. Can't upgrade while at war, of course. Are we seriously losing this war against Bavaria? Yep. Awesome. Meanwhile, Rio is being obliterated by others, colonies. Quantity with the Netherlands. Why quantity? Just merc up. And you. Are you drilling? I prefer you were drilling. Let's get that professionalism back up again, because I did lose 10% when I was fighting against India. But my manpower numbers are looking rather healthier than they were for a while. Those seem like a whole lot of your problem. Quantity because I play multiplayer a lot and people are scared of big numbers. Is it better to get mercs than normal units? It's not better, it's just a different strategy. Like, the advantage of mercenaries is you replenish them with money instead of manpower. And one thing that the Dutch very rarely have in short supply is money. Manpower, though, is another problem, because they're usually quite small. Gonna build some more of trade buildings. You've already got them all. You don't. And you definitely... Oop, not that one. That one. That one. That one. Now, do I want to start investing in some of the 1,000 buildings? Answer? Probably. The Dutch have manpower problems. They haven't conquered enough land in Asia. Oh, that was Portuguese as well. Interesting. Yeah, Portugal is probably not very happy with Rio de Prata right now. Calling in the entire Dutch Empire into this war. Tlemcen. Or who are your rivals, Portugal? Yemen. No, Yeren. Not even Yemen, but Yeren. Where on earth is Yeren? Africa? Nope. Really? Your one and only rival, Portugal, is... I don't even know what country that would be. Russia? Yeah, that's Russia, isn't it? Because Vladivostok would be down here, so that is indeed Russia. And like Eastern Russia, Siberian Russia. Lose reform progress, that's always irritating, but better than losing stability. And I was going to get another... How many leaders can I have? I'm already at my maximum, so I think that Dara is going to take command of this army. Hello. Thank you. And I'm going to merge both of these guys together. And we're going to go and stomp on some Bavarians, so they don't break my alliances. Need to keep an eye and see when these guys arrive. Oldenburg just pieced out on their side. Good. They saw my army coming and then blocked me access. Damn it! Alright, so I wanted to build one of the trade steering buildings down here. I'm going to do that in Fort Elmina. Wait, you don't have any of the ventures. Oh. Oh! I suddenly understand why you're having problems. Whoops. My bad. Need more money. Okay, we're now up to 61% control of the trade node. That seems a whole lot better. And that's also given me another merchant, which is immediately going to go to Japan. Transfer trade power, you. Meanwhile, in Portugal, army has not yet arrived. Meanwhile, over here, army is on the march. You're going to try and run away, you're going to fail. Dead, 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 dead. Dead, 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 dead. Squish, 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 squish. Stack wipe. Maneuver, level 3. Level 4. We will actually have that river crossing. Okay, they're at -1. They actually have slightly more morale than we do. We have the better tactics, the better discipline. And I would assume the better troop quality. Yep, in pretty much every way. Wow, this is actually very one-sided. That was a lot more one-sided than I expected. We killed 17, we lost 9. Right, I'm going to head home again. So, Brunswick, this is going to be up to you to siege back again. Have fun. Aha! The army has arrived. Glorious. So one of the armies is going to go there. That's the Hobham army. Meanwhile, Callantyr... Actually, sod it. I'm going to send you both to Lisbon. Even though it's Porto I want to take. But once we've taken Lisboa, then no forts in this area. Meanwhile, trade company buildings. I can't believe I hadn't built those yet. Also, how have I not gotten rid of slavery? Because apparently it's not a thing. That build and charter company UI is bad. Yeah, it's terrible. I really hope they update that in the future. I quite like the system. I quite like what it does, but like understanding it and seeing what's actually available is terrible. Where have all the armies gone? Am I now in charge of this? No, no Limburgers. That fort's going to fall pretty quickly. You're sieging me! No, Bavaria. That's my prosperity. Get out of here. Do a quick consolidate before we engage. Oh, this is going to be a stack wipe. Bye! Oh, you think you're going to get away that easy? Yeah, you might actually. Portuguese navy is dead. Lisboa has fallen. Oh, you were way too late in reacting there, buddy. Bye-bye, Portuguese army. Dead. Send half of you to go and conquer that. Split you up. Right, let's go and conquer Portugal. So can I piece these guys out? Need to capture Porto first, but then yes. Call for peace. In which war? Oh, probably the Portuguese one. Also don't like how there's no indication of the return on investment of the normal buildings. Yes, like the entire UI of the colonial stuff needs to change. Like they could really do with adding a tab for colonial here. I'm somewhat surprised they haven't. Because they've been pretty good with it in the past, like with the exploit development, like even has its own. Glorious victory! Rio de Prata will cede 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 provinces. And also pay 500 ducats, of which I get half. So suddenly Neil Limburg is looking rather healthier. But we didn't get our Portuguese province, unfortunately. Right. You lot are all suffering attrition. I'm going to send the 2 battle fleets back home to the Netherlands, just so they can repair. In fact, you lot are exiled, so you can just walk home. Saves me loading you up on transport ships. In which case, let's just grab all of you and just send you all to Amsterdam to go and repair. Hey Colinus, how's the weather over here? You know, I have no idea. my curtains are closed because light matters when you've got the camera and stuff on. Is there a weird hair stick? There is. What the hell? Where am I from? The Netherlands, but I live in England. Hence I can actually pronounce these names relatively properly. No, I'm building more colonial nation stuff. I need to get a lot better with this. And I want the manpower and sailors. Same here. You've already done them. Got those. Don't care about those so much. Then I definitely want the trade steering plus 50%, which is you. So local venture. And that's the one that we can have there. Okay, so that should, at the end of the month, recalculate. Boom. We're pushing a heck of a lot more money out into the North Sea. Nope, to the Caribbean. Where a whole bunch of it is then just being swallowed up. Though we are pushing 200 forwards, we're then pushing 260, 230. We're losing an awful lot of money up there. So Caribbean needs a bunch more trade ships. Gulf of St. Lawrence needs a bunch more trade ships. Then the North Sea is sending the majority of it to Lubeck, where we then push it out into the Netherlands, increasing its value, although we are losing 100 ducats here. So we could actually do with putting some in the North Sea, though that's not a huge priority. Right, let's build some more trade ships. What's my force limit? I'm still 100 under. This is ridiculous. Trade ships, trade ships, trade ships, trade ships, trade ships, trade ships, trade ships. Building another 70. How many hours in this game do I have? That is a good question. 1,616 at the time of reading that. Am I a new EU4 streamer? No. Been at this for a while. Okay, so the 2 battle fleets probably repaired. Transports, no, we're still waiting for the armies to make it home. And we're still fighting this war. Oh, I'm actually sieging stuff down. I didn't even realise I was at war with these guys. I was just trying to chase someone and then got distracted. Ha, that's funny. Your transports, why are you not called transports? Transports. There you are. Battle fleet, St. Lawrence. And then we have 2 more transports here. In fact, these guys can go to St. Lawrence. So I just finished the tutorial after 1,600 hours. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there are still definitely things in this game that I'm learning. I don't think this is ever a game you can probably master. Protect trade, Gulf of St. Lawrence. There. Why are you repairing? End of this month, you should be done. Koblenz is done. Good. We'll go back to you in a minute. I feel like we've actually just lost trade power here. Because I'm sure that was 66 and it's just gone up to 88. So we definitely need more coverage of St. Lawrence. Yep, there is only one answer to that. Build more ships. More ships. Some there. Some there. Up here. India, both sides, and Ireland. Okay, we're building 130. We're going over our force limit. I'm also running very low on sailors. I have 1,000 left in the bank. So if I ever get into any wars which require heavy ships, then that's going to be a slight problem. Thankfully this isn't multiplayer, so people can't abuse that fact. Can any nation beat me at this point in the game? There are a couple who would give me a run for the money. So like if Austria broke their alliance, they probably could. France would still not be a walkover. Ming. Like, despite the fact that Ming and I are rivals and I've been kind of going, oh yes, we should totally go and attack Ming. You'll notice I haven't actually done it yet. Because I've still only got 11,000 manpower. So while it would be extremely difficult for a nation to defeat us, there are certainly nations that could fight us to a white peace. Yeah, it definitely looks like Brunswick is now taking the lead in this fight, so I'm going to just pull you guys back. And you two in the meantime have arrived. Let's put you where there's actually a port. Aha! New colonial nation. So, this is California, but all of my colonial nations are named after Dutch areas. So, are there any that I have not yet used? Vlaanderen, well, Dutch meaning Flemish and Dutch. Gelderland, Holland, Zeeland, Friesland, Brabant, Utrecht, Limburg, Overijssel, and let's actually bring up a list of Dutch provinces.